So for any annotations, if I were to bring that in, I can work around with its properties. So over here, once I bring this on the properties tab right here, once I click on it, you get three options. So the first visual properties are the same for every layer, and this is something that we've already taken a look at in the previous lesson as well. So let's just go around with the text properties, which is specific to the annotation that we chose. So here you have the font option, as you can see. So you can choose out different font and then choose the color for it, just like that. You can also go around and take the color picker and pick one of the colors from the window right here or from anywhere else around on the interface. So I'm just going to use this color picker just like that. I can choose different type of font right here. So I can choose different type of font and choose, let's say, for example, regular or regular italic. So depending on the font, you can see that that is applied. You can increase the size of the font. You can work around with the style of the font. You can strike through and you can align the font left, center, right, top, center, or bottom, just like this, as you can see. You can also work around with vertical spacing and horizontal spacing right here if you have multiple lines of text, as you can see right there. So similarly, what you also have is there's auto resize text. So what happens is when you have auto resize, it automatically resizes when you have a lot of these things out. You can turn auto resize just like that, and you can see that now if I were to turn that off, you can see that it does not resize the text even if it is going off the box right here. So you also have auto rotate text. So yeah, if you want to rotate it out, you can see that everything automatically rotates right here. So that's always handy to have out. Similarly, over here you have the annotation properties where you select the color. So you can select the shape. So you have the speech bubble. You can turn it into a cloud, thought cloud, or a text arrow, and so forth. So even if you have one annotation, you can change it into another annotation just like that. So over here, right now the fill is solid. You can change it into a gradient as well. So you can choose out the color just like that, as you can see. And then you have a gradient effect just like that, as you can see right there. So you can go for solid or gradient, work around with the opacity of that color. So you notice that the text opacity is not being changed right here, but just the color opacity is being changed. So you can change out according to what you want. You can also work around with the outline, which is white right now. So if you were to increase the thickness, you can see that there's an outline. Let me just change the color of the outline, and you can see it right here. So you can increase the thickness of the outline, you can change the type of the outline, and you can work around with the opacity of the outline as well. So you can get the effect that you want just like that, as you can see. So over here, these are the text properties and annotations properties that you can work with inside of Camtasia for all of your annotations. So if I were to bring this in right here, you can see that it only has the annotation properties because there's no text in it. You can choose the line style right here. You can choose the dot style, as you can see, and it gets adjusted just like that. You can choose the color over here and then work around with the opacity and the thickness. Similarly, you have the same for these as well. So you can select the shape that you want. You can work around with the opacity, the fill, just like that. You can change it into a gradient, and you can work around with the outline, thickness, and so forth, just like that for all of these shapes right here. So that is how you can work with the annotation and text properties inside of Camtasia. So hope you guys learned something as always. And as always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.